Hi. We have given you a closed caption for your enjoyment. Got 3 videos for you today. Some of them are from my own family, and I hope you enjoy. It's their epic adventures and failure and fun. Yeah, it's definitely fun for us after it's happened. Let's get going.
Number 1. This happened about 3 years ago. To set the scene, this was at home, late on Thursday night around 1 a.m. I was working early the next day and exhausted, thinking I really need to start going to bed earlier. My new girlfriend was arriving on Saturday to come live with me, so I had already spent hours ensuring the house, including the bathroom, was super clean. She already brought over a substantial amount of lady stuff, cosmetics, toiletries, etc., on some previous visits, which were on my bathroom counter. This will be relevant later. So I'm in the bathroom brushing my teeth, naked, already just before bed, house to myself, when I noticed a kind of off vomit smell in the bathroom. I had briefly noticed this smell a day or two beforehand. While I was brushing and wondering where the heck it was coming from, I noticed something leaking out of the bar fridge. Yes, I have a bar fridge in my bathroom for breakfast drinks, beers, etc. The main fridge is downstairs. I highly recommend getting one. Anyway, I finished brushing and opened the fridge to find a leaking 750 milliliter bottle of iced coffee right at the back, which I'd entirely forgotten about. Bingo! There's where the horrible smell was coming from. Being in Australia, our style of bottled iced coffee is all fresh milk with coffee powder and sugar added, not water at all. As the bar fridge is tiny, the bottle was stored on its side. Clearly way out of date, leaking and stinking, I decided this once tasty beverage needs to be disposed of immediately. Here's the frack up. I carried the plastic iced coffee bottle over to the sink and went to unscrew the cap, with the cap end pointing down. Big fracking mistake. Just as it occurred to me that there must be some pressure inside the bottle from the decomposing dairy within, and that I should probably hold it upright, that little fracker exploded. The entire 750 milliliters, literally. Every single surface inside the bathroom was suddenly sprayed with foul, rotting coffee milk. I was staring at myself in the mirror, still naked, and dripping head to toe in this horrific stinking liquid, in utter disbelief. It was running down the mirror, behind the mirror, walls, ceiling, shower, in the light fixtures, towels, electric toothbrushes, and clean work clothes ready for the next day, all covered. The aforementioned and previously nice-smelling lady items were not only covered, but now sitting in pools of this ungodly semi-liquid. After disbelief came mutterings such as, "Oh frack me, oh, mother fracker, you frack, holy mother of..." repeated on loop as I looked around the room. I couldn't have previously ever imagined that 150 milliliters of liquid could so comprehensively cover so many surfaces. It was a complete train wreck. The smell, oh god, the smell. Bone tired, all I wanted to do was sleep. Clearly this had become a complete impossibility. I was furious. No way in heck could this complete poop show be left to clean tomorrow. Zero chance. Actually, vomit would have smelled better. The stink took over the entire house. Hours of cleaning were a blur, but I'm pretty sure it involved one of the already tainted bath towels in alternating it and myself out of the running shower. I had the bulk of it done around 4 a.m., up at 6:30 a.m. to get ready for work, countless more hours of cleaning the next day, and followed with every chemical known to man, including several liters of bleach, as well as cleaning every inch and surface of the bathroom. I meticulously cleaned every lady item. 2 hours of sleep and then up at 3 a.m. for the 6-hour round trip to the airport to pick up the girlfriend absolutely exhausted and sleep deprived. I have no idea how I managed that drive. Somehow made it back home in one piece. I told her the story when we got home. She simply said, it looks fine to me. Smells a bit like bleach though. Let's go out for coffee somewhere. Frack my luck. Number 2. This happened when I was just married. My husband and I were living in our first house together. It wasn't the best of places, to be honest. To get there, you had to go up a steep and winding road. The house itself was on a hill, and it didn't have plumbing. We had an outhouse in the front yard because the backyard was small, and it had a stone wall about head high and a graveyard just beyond it. The outhouse was situated on a downward slope in the front of the house. My husband worked third shift at the time, so he had to sleep during the day. I was shelling peas on the front porch when I heard my husband yell at me to see if the road was clear so he could go to the outhouse. He generally slept naked at the time, and he didn't want to get dressed just to run to the outhouse and then go back to bed. I gave him the all clear, and he starts walking to the outhouse. He makes it halfway to the outhouse, and a hearse was coming around the corner with a long line of cars following behind. By the time he realized what was happening, 6 cars were in plain view. He runs as fast as he can to the outhouse. He opted to stay in the outhouse until the funeral was over. After an hour or more, the last car finally left, and he came back in. After this event, he no longer trusted me as a lookout. Shortly after we moved out of that house, my husband was made aware that he was seen, due to the fact he was given the nickname The Streak. Number 3. I want to share a little background before I start. I was a 19-year-old female at the time this happened, who loved making jewelry. I'm good at it. As a matter of fact, I've sold jewelry at art fairs and state parks. I even paid for part of my wedding with the money I made from it. This happened shortly after I was married, less than a month. I was working on my new design with bottle caps and copper wire. Hubby had given me a leather apron to protect my legs when working with wire. I used insulated copper wire, and I'd had to strip off the insulation with a knife before creating my masterpieces. So I had my supplies around me and the leather apron covering my legs. I had decided the bottle cap needed a hole for the wire to go through, so I used my trusty awl to punch the hole. I placed the bottle cap on the leather, reached for my awl, moved the bottle cap to my unaproned legs, and pushed down the awl with all my might. The awl went straight through the bottle cap, my jeans, and into my thigh. I had my bottle cap with a perfect hole and a puncture wound. Hubby and I rushed to the urgent care as I couldn't remember when I had my last tetanus shot. Now at that time we cleaned a restaurant, and part of our nightly duties included lifting the dining room chairs and placing them on the tables. This wasn't as easy as it sounds. I had several large bruises on my legs due to this. So at the urgent care I had to remove my jeans for the doctor to examine my self-inflicted awl injury, exposing my black and blue legs. I had to explain not only the facts surrounding my stab wound, but also the bruises at least 3 times. I'm not sure if they believed it. I never did finish whatever I was planning on making with the bottle caps.
Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed those videos. Please like and subscribe and comment down below. If you have any stories you'd like to share, please send them to funwithfailure@gmail.com and I will put your story in a video. Until next time, I'll see you later.